Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Honolulu. I hope everyone can hear me. I had an audio cable explode right before we went live, so I had to jump around and try to find a replacement. I think I see the little bar going up and down, so I think you guys can probably hear me. So, John, we are not quite on Sand Island. We are the next one over. We at Ka'e'e Lagoon, which is just before you cross the bridge to go over to Sand Island. Sand Island, small boat, whatever launch, whatever is this over here. So we're at Ka'e'e Lagoon, small boat harbor. Only about, I don't know, maybe that's a quarter mile down the road there. Probably not even that. So this is what we came over here for, these nice long banking belly shots off of 8 right. So this is a tiny plane, so it looks pretty impressive with a tiny plane. We should have both A380s doing this in a little while, plus I believe 2 Queens as well. There should be 2 Queen departures during the show, so this is your first show down here with us. Well, welcome, first of all. But second of all, this over here is the end of the reef runway. This, not this with the house on it, the one behind it. That's the end of the reef runway right there. So that's the reef runway. There's your normal view. You usually see that in our things. There is the fire station right there, and you'll recognize those fans on top of that building are the building at the end of the lagoon parking lot. So that gives you a lay of the land. We're about a mile, maybe a little less than a mile from there. So we should still see the full rollout on 8 right, but it is a little far away. But what we're really out here for is the banking shots of the A380s and Queens. It's amazing on video, but it's even more amazing in person. If you can get out over here to watch it, it's pretty cool. So, hello O'Malley, Alan, good to see you both here. Got an H-Dot in the house early. Hello H-Dot, John, Keith, aloha. And we have John Bingham. Oh, see, there's a tail of a, I think that's a 321 over there. That's heading out to the reef runway. It's about to turn right now. So welcome, John. Welcome to the Inner Island Traveler level. You'll enjoy all the comfort of the 717 as you zip between the islands. The seats in economy don't recline, but you're never really in the air long enough to notice. Someone will be by with your pog drink soon. Thank you very much, John. never-ending battle to try to get the tripod handle just where I want it. So those are outrigger canoes. Very popular, no, just the arms. Very popular sport here in Hawaii. They race them. Very popular. It's lots of people. You get I think the biggest one is a 10-man. I think it's a 10 or a 12-man. There's really big ones. Really big ones. Well, we have an Island Jenny in the house early this morning. Good morning, Jen. Ah, it's like we never left. Almost everybody who was here last night is here again. Hello, Brandon. So Zulu Romeo 82 has been here with us for 4 months at the 321 level. Thank you for the tremendous support. Just love the streams, Patrick. Well, thank you very much. It's my pleasure. I appreciate that a lot. Oh, I took yours down too early. Hawaii Files channel. I am very close to Sand Island. I am literally just across the water. I can't swing the camera that far over. Let's see what I can do here. I have the sunshade up today, so it kind of blocks the camera in certain angles. Let's try this again. Let's see if this works any better. Let's try this again. Aha, that works a little better. There is the Sand Island small boat. I forget what they call that one. It's called the... That's the one where it's just... There's no dock over there. It's just the launch. And that's where they launch a lot of the canoes from. There's a sandy stretch just past that. It's where they launch a lot of the canoes from. Oh, there's the sandy stretch right there. So they launch a lot of the canoes from right over there. So you can see them on the beach over there. I don't go over there because, as you can tell, it is very busy. It is a very popular place to hang out on the weekends. So I don't go there because there's usually a lot of music playing and just general activity that is a lot of crazy. There's a lot of people having fun over there. So we don't want to interrupt their fun, and we don't want their fun to interrupt our fun. So we just kind of come over here, where it's usually just about 20 fishermen out here. I don't see any fishermen today. Well, I take that back. I see 2 fishermen today. I'm trying to figure out a way to get the second camera hooked up. We have Hazel in the house. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Lima Papa. Good to see you. Lima Papa 23's in the house. Trying to figure out a way to get the second camera up. I used a different mount today. You probably don't care. I'm just basically talking to myself at this point. I used a different mount today because I moved everything around a couple weeks ago to make it better for the other shows. And I forgot about this show. So I had to use my second camera mount, and now I'm trying to get the other camera hooked up. I'm having trouble. Let's see if this works. Let's tighten that down. We might be in business, ladies and gentlemen. We might be in business. Ooh. I think we're in business, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have a winner. It's going to be a little shaky, but I think we're going to be able to do it. Yeah. I wonder if I can see that from this side. I don't think we can. There's a 747 on 1 mile final, but it is going into 8 left, and it's all the way on the other side. I think it dipped behind that sign. Oh, it's too far over. It's too far. There's the tail of it right there. We can show this one here. This is something we usually can't see. That's the UPS at the cargo ramp. Yeah, that was weird last night, was seeing that JAL flight still here. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. There was one. Ow! That landed on my toe. Yeah, it's a 4K aircraft. It is, because I'm doing it out of a truck, and I mount the camera on the truck, like a ladder rack. It's depending on which way the truck has to park. It depends on which way everything gets set up, and I tried to standardize it into one, but then I forgot about this location. So we're playing around and getting stuff to work. So I'm trying to get the second camera set up so we can catch some of the stuff going off 8 left. They send some stuff off 8 left. So I'm trying to get the second camera set up so we can do that. Because that's a lot of fun. Alright, so the next one coming out to play on 8 right, though, is a 717. It is heading off to Lehue. July 15th. That's really close. That's like, what is it, 10 days from now? Wow. That'll be fun, Oliver. Are you coming to Oahu? Oh, Lehue Airport. Lehue is nice. Here, see if we can see that 717. Oh, I can see the tail a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on this one. Okay, I think, let's see, let's test this out. A little wide here. See if we can see this direction. See if we can see behind us. HDMI 2. Oh, we can see behind us. There's the harbor. Look at that. Filming next Saturday. I think so, Jen. I think I will be out next Saturday morning. Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, I'm really happy with the distributor I chose. Even places where you think would take a while, I've been pretty impressed with the shipping time. And I tried a new supplier. I have a couple of items in the shop that are from a new supplier, and they're just as quick. I've been really impressed. All right, so the next one coming out here is the Southwest. It's coming from Vegas. It's going to Vegas, I'm sorry. So did everybody survive the 4th of July with all their fingers? It's always a big, you gotta make sure you do a finger count on the 3rd, and then you do another finger count on the 5th, and make sure that those two numbers are the same. If there's more or less, you have problems. Maybe, Brandon. I don't want to... You're going somewhere again? Jeez, Jen. Taking advantage of that summer vacation, huh? They have gambling in Seattle? Hello, Nevers. Good to see you. Yeah, it turned into a very nice day today. I was a little worried when I woke up that it was a little stormy where I lived. Had a lot of rain where I lived, but I live up in the mountains, so it's kind of sometimes it's a little misleading up there because it seems to always rain up in the mountains. So that Southwest is on the roll, so let's make sure we get it. It should be somewhere around the house. There it is. Alright, so the next one out here is a little bit larger of a plane. It's a 330. It's heading off to Phoenix. So it'll be out here. It's on Juliet right now, so it'll be out here in about a minute or so. I don't see. I get the camera set up to show 8 left departures, and they're not sending anything on 8 left right now. So it's the way it is with me, I think. Sometimes I think the ATC watches my show and just punks me. I really do. You know, Jen, you can fly straight to Canada from here. Hello, Brad. Good to see you. So, not going to worry about that too much right now. That's fine. Ooh, I have that. I wonder if I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Hold on. Well, Jen, it's all about the adventure. I think the drive from Seattle up to Canada might be worth it, I think. So that one to Phoenix is about to go. That's at 3:30. Boy, I really like that. I love this location. That one was heading off to Oakland. Another Hawaiian 321. So the next one we're gonna have down here is a 717. The 8380 should be lighting up any minute now. It's scheduled for 11:30 departure, I believe. But the one we're gonna see next is a Honolulu to Kona flight, 717. So thanks everybody for tuning in today. We have a unique view here. I don't see this view at a lot of other streamers, so it's I really love it. I know it's not quite all the terminal action we see from the Lagoon Mauka side or the Lagoon Makai side with all the close-up departures, but I think this is a super unique location, and it makes my hair look really cool. Look at that. This guy got a bouffant hairdo. I think it's about time to get a haircut. What do you think? Every 6 months, whether I like it or not. So, thanks everybody. Last night was a lot of fun. If you guys tuned in last night, we had a lot of fun. We got thrown out of the parking lot. Did a road trip at night. The road trip the other direction. Saw some fireworks. It was a good night. Good night. So. So we're gonna go back to the main cam now, and we'll. I'm still a fall risk, Brandon. Always a fall risk. Before we that 717, we got a pontoon boat hauling butt. Is that a pontoon boat or just a flat bottom boat? I think these guys are going out to do jet skis. There's a... So this, I believe this boat is taking people out to do a jet ski adventure. So the companies, they have a little thing out here. Let's see where it is. There, they have this little jet ski dock out there. Where they take the people out there and then they do the jet skis off that. A little from column A, Brad, a little from column B. All right, so let's take that. Let's take that 717 now. A little farther to the right, Patrick. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Wow. You'd think after 2 years I'd be better at this. The next one out this way is a Southwest. Southwest is going to head off to Oakland. We do have our first of two, I believe it's two 747 departures that we're going to see during this show. Ooh, we got a C-17 also on the move. That's good. Oh, that should be fun. I don't think we've seen a C-17 depart from this part of this location before. Yeah, Trav, I was a little surprised. It caught me off guard. They started about almost 20 minutes early last night with the fireworks. I've heard it's as much as 10, Brad, but I don't want people... Yeah, I don't want to play copyrighted music. That's kind of why I have no music in the show. I know a lot of people have things, but I have no music in the show because I don't want to step on someone's copyright intentionally or unintentionally. And I know there's a lot of copyright-free music out there, but I do know a guy who thought he was using copyright-free music. In fact, it was a service that he paid for, and somebody went in and claimed they own the copyright on all that music and got his channel copyright striked. I think he was able to eventually get his channel right, but it was a lot of headaches. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, there we go. The A380 is on the move. So I'm not sure which one's first today. Listen, the blue one's first today. The second one will be the orange one. I saw that when I drove in. There's something flying over my head. I think it's a Hawaiian 330 flying over my head. Yeah. Oh, interesting, Brad. I'll have to go back and look at that on the video there. Too far away for me to see right now. Hello, Mark. Good to see you. Aspen, sometime flight radar filters out a lot of things. So That was pretty cool. I see a southwest moving. I forgot to check where this one's going. Alright, so the next one out here should be the Super. I don't see anything in front of it. The Queen has pushed back, but it's a little far away to get back-to-back Queen and King departures, I think. Yeah, flight radar filters out a lot of stuff. 90% of military doesn't show up on flight radar. It's and then a lot of the private planes don't show up on flight radar. At least they don't show up as what they are. They don't give you any information. But you can see most of the military stuff does not show up on flight radar. ADS-B exchange, you'll get most of the military. At least you'll be able to see that it's moving. Sometimes it'll just be a little dot. Sometimes it'll be just a generic airplane icon. Hooey. A380 is next. What do you guys think of that? That's, to me, that is an awesome sight, watching that big turtle make a huge bank, show the whole belly. Doesn't get much better than that, in my opinion. Alright, so the Queen is on the move. We have a Japan airline heading down there next, so it looks like the Japan airline will be the next one out. It's a Dreamliner 9 this morning. Yeah, Brad, I did see that the canoe outrigger canoes came by again, and I was able to see that JAL logo. It's probably a race sponsor or a team sponsor. They had other logos on there that I couldn't read. Can he make it to 24? Who will be the first one to get the 2 in their little icon, little logo, little loyalty? I think YouTube calls them loyalty badges. But I did change. If you notice, I did change the loyalty badge to the new one. So you see, it has the reverse ops logo with the 1 in it. Something else military has come out here. She just said reach clearance to 8 right, so I don't know what it is, but she just gave reach clearance out here, so that's good news. But thank you very much for 21 months. That is amazing to me. That not only have I been doing this almost 2 years, we're getting very close to the 2-year anniversary. But some of you people have been along with me for the entire ride and helped me out this whole way. Without all you guys, honestly, without all you guys, I'd be sitting in my car over in the lagoon parking lot taking pictures of these planes. But I'm glad you guys are with me. This is a lot of fun. So the brand new emoji is my truck. It's a little hard to see, and I'm going to replace it, but I was doing it. The reasoning behind it is our good friend Steve Rogers has gifted so many memberships the last couple of weeks, and we crossed a threshold where I was able to add another emoji. But the way gifted memberships work is a good majority of them don't renew that membership. So it'll go back down. So that's just the way it works. Somebody gives some memberships very generously for a month, but a lot of those people don't renew. So the membership number goes down. So I didn't want the membership number to go down before we decided what emoji to add. So I just put in one as a stopgap, because once I have it, they won't take it away from me. So we'll figure out what the permanent emoji is going to be there. But right now it's my truck. It's a little hard to see. But you know, that JAL plane is on the move, so we're going to take it while I. Too far this way. Where am I? Where am I? I'm too far that way. Oh, it's right there. Oh, thanks, H dot. Yeah, it's now that there's two 8-380s a day, it'll be easier for me to get back out here because it's kind of hard to come out here on a Sunday, which is the day that they did have two 8-380s. But now they're back to the 8-380s twice a day. We can come in here on more Saturdays when it's easier for me to come over here. How's it going? Good. So I see a dot down there, and I see a tail. What is that? There's a tail down there of something. This might be the reach. This might be a tanker that they cleared down here. So a minute ago she gave reach something clearance to taxi down Juliet to 8 right for departure. But it's only a dot on flight radar, so I don't. And it's just behind that hedge there. You can see the tail sticking up. So we'll figure out what that is here in a minute. Oh, it's a 135. Thanks, Mark. All I could see is the tail, so I didn't know if it was a 46 or a 135. I can see the Queen taxiing out over there now. Let's see over here somewhere. There's the Queen taxiing out. That is going right down by the general aviation right now. Those low hangars on the left side of the picture are the general aviation hangars. You can see over here. So we got a big shark action. Look at that. Okay, I think that 135 is moving. So let's go back over there. There it is. Preset. I don't want to touch that. So there's the Queen taxiing out down Romeo right now. So it'll be looks like it'll be second or third for departure. There's a couple of other planes heading down that way, so we'll see. But it's the next, one of the next three. We got two Hawaiians heading down there. That will probably beat it. One's going off to Hilo, that's a 717. And one's going off to Long Beach, that's a 321. So while we're waiting on the Queen and those 717s, I want to take the opportunity, because I know you guys have not heard this enough, and I know you guys... We are going to Germany. We, as in the reverse ops Ohana. I'm going to bring you guys along with me to do at least 3 shows from one from each from Frankfurt, Berlin, and Munich, with some stretch goals that I hope we hit. We're going to be able to add some extra shows, one each extra to the 3 airports, so as many as 6 airport shows, plus a Kickstarter backers only live stream. So everybody who donates to the Kickstarter will get a special link into a private live stream that we're going to do. We'll do updates on social media and maybe a pop-up live stream here and there if we're doing something cool. But if you could head on over to reverseops.com/Kickstarter. I just dropped a link in the chat, and try to help us out here, because we're about we're not very far into this thing, and we've already got 65%. I think it is 65%. Yeah, we're 65% of the way there to our base goal. So the way the Kickstarter works is, if we get the base goal, we get the money. If we get $1 less than that, we get no money. So, and no one will be charged. So, if you've charged and we don't make the goal, you won't lose any money. But I would love if we can get us over that base goal, so we can work on the stretch goals. That way, it's a relief off my head, because I know that everything is, at least the minimum's funded, and we can start planning for the shows and planning for the locations. So head on over to reverseops.com/Kickstarter. There's some reward levels. You can give any amount of dollars you want, but at certain levels there's rewards that you get for donating. Luggage tags and beer koozies and stickers and T-shirts, and all the way up to a Reverse Ops German Lufthansa style beer stein. So there's a lot of cool stuff over there. All I ask is take a minute of your time, check it out, and hopefully we can all end up in Germany together. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Go alright, so that Queen did slot third for departure. So there's 2 planes in front of it. The 2 Hawaiians I was telling you about, they're right in front of it. So we'll have the Queen here, third for departure. Yeah, Fast Eddie, that beer stein is actually, I was surprised. I did a test order of it. I didn't want to put something out there that was junk, so I did a test order of it. I'm surprised how nice it is. I mean, the printing is very well done. It's not going to rub off, and it has some weight to it. It's a ceramic mug. It's really nice, and the packing job that they do when they send it out was top notch. So I'm very, very pleased with that distributor. Oh, hello, Jane. Didn't even see you pop in. So here's the 717. Did you guys notice how quickly that KC-135 rotated out of here? That was, for a sizable plane, that was a very quick rotation. Okay, the 321 is also on the move. Brandon, I can very lightly blow my nose. I was given permission for that. Basically, he told me just breathe out your nose with a Kleenex there. That's about as much as I can do. So we do have another Southwest coming. Let's see if we can get that. Should be, there it is. Okay, something tells me I missed something. I did miss something. Our good friend and Stitch aficionado, Rainbow Love, has gifted 1 Reverse Ops membership. Thank you very much, Rainbow Love. Our Triple Threat mod. Unfortunately, I can't scroll back far enough to see who was the recipient of that. So, but thank you very much. All right, so we're getting, we're about, I think we're about 10 or 15 minutes away from the scheduled pushback of the second A380. And you can see, I'll put up this on the screen. Thanks again, Rainbow Love. Put this up on the screen. We can see where we're at. The departures are at the bottom. Oh, we got a lot of stuff taxiing, so it's pushed all the way back. But we do have, oh, that, wow, is that Asiana really that late? That's really late. Looks like we have a lot of stuff taxiing. About half of them are going to end up out here, I believe. So the second A380, let's see if we can figure out when that's going to depart. I believe it's 12:30. It's scheduled for, I'm sorry, is it 12:30? Ah, they've switched it on me. Okay, now it's 1 o'clock. They pushed it back a half an hour, so it's 1 o'clock. So we got 40 minutes or so till the pushback of that. That's not a big deal. We're going to be here anyway. We also have another Queen coming out, going to Hong Kong. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong. That's one of the. Oh no, that's the right one. That's the right one. I thought it was the third A. That's not till 2 o'clock. There's an outside chance we'll be here for the 2 o'clock one. I think we're going to try to stay till 2. That one departs at 2:10. So we should also have a lot of 330s leaving relatively soon. This guy's hauling. Oh, as soon as I get the camera on him, he slows down. Zane. Oh, Ian Zane. That's good. Thank you very much, Rainbow Love. Oh, Jane Chu also sending a membership. Thank you very much, Jane. Looks like Cactus is the recipient of that. So, Cactus, please join me in thanking Jane, one of our fabulous mods. So, in case you're wondering, no, this is not an active dock. They don't. This is the decommissioned one. There's a concrete one over there that is used. As far as why they didn't tear the whole thing down, I have no idea. The contract probably said replace dock. It didn't have the remove old dock clause in there. So. And then we have another 717 that is currently rolling right now. Should be right. Oh, there it is. Man, I wouldn't make it halfway across this bay doing that. Dave, yeah, this is slowly turning into my favorite place to stream. There's a nice cool breeze coming down behind me. There's the sound of the water. I don't know if you guys can hear the water on the microphone, just the lapping of the waves. There's not a lot of people down here, so it's not a lot of craziness. We can actually see the 4 right arrivals. Look at that. It's just so relaxing. It's really nice. It's today. Pardon me. Today, especially, last time we were here, it was kind of hot. Today is just beautiful. Let me put up that temperature. It is just absolutely beautiful today. 79 degrees. I'm in the shade. There's a nice, not very gusty 10-mile-an-hour wind behind me. It's just perfect. It's days like this, this is why I live in Hawaii right here. Well, there's two reasons I live in Hawaii. One of them is sitting about 10 feet behind me in the car. The other one is just this amazing feeling right here. Oh, hello, Ron. Yeah, a little less heat haze from over here. Maybe because we're farther away. But we're not looking right over. It's a little bit when they first start rolling, but when they get in the air, it's really clear. If you're a photographer, you know, I would recommend, if you're down here, I would recommend bringing your long lens down here. You can get some really nice shots from over here. It's you don't really see a lot of people over here with photography. I don't know why that is. Of course, when I did a lot of photography, I didn't come here myself, so. Yeah. Why are you surprised, Brandon? I've been coughing on stream for 2 years. It shouldn't be that shocking by now, as long as you've been here. What I need is a nice frosty lemonade. That would be perfect right about now. Lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink. Oh, here's another plane coming in on the crossing runway. Let's see if we can get that. I'm sure you guys would appreciate that more than me singing. This Southwest is coming in on 4 right. One of my coworkers moved to San Diego just recently, and we were my lunch crew and me were talking about that at lunch, and we were trying to. They moved to San Diego, which San Diego is a beautiful place, and one of them said, "Oh, I'd love to move to San Diego," and I was like, nah, I'm good here. And then we started talking about, you know, where, if we were going to move, where we move to. And I could not think of a place where I would want to move from here. So this one here is one of the Southwest liveries, special liveries. This is the Herb Kelleher Desert Gold Retro livery, and that looks really good from this angle. Look at that. Besides the Emua 1, I think this is my favorite. This is my favorite Southwest special livery. Freedom 1's pretty cool, but we don't get to see that one out here. The Emua 1's awesome, but I like this one a lot. Next one out is going to be a 717 heading off to Maui. And I think it's maybe because I grew up in Dallas and that was the paint scheme when I was a kid, and see them all over. We didn't fly them much because my dad worked for American. He didn't fly for American. We flew American because he worked for American. But you would always see them. We would go down by Love Field and they'd fly over your head. It was, and back then, I don't know, younger people might not remember, and people from the non-South might not remember how big Herb Kelleher was, and how he was like the Jerry Jones of the 80s back then. He was such a larger-than-life guy, always doing innovative things and crazy things. I venture to say Southwest has not been the same since he left. Well, he kind of passed away, but you know what I mean, I hope. Oh, neat, Jen. I'd like to welcome Dave Eastwood to the 717 Inter-Island Traveler level. In fact, we're going to have a 717 right here just for you. How is that for timing? You'll enjoy all the comfort of this 717 as you zip between the Hawaiian Islands. The seats in economy do not recline, but you're never really in the air long enough to notice. Summit will be by with your POG drink soon. Thank you very much, Dave. Next one out to the Reef Warner. It looks like it's going to be the Qantas Dreamliner. Oh no, it's a 330 today going to Sydney. So it's not the Dreamliner going to Sydney. It's a 330 going to Sydney. But that looks like it'll be the next one out here. And it looks like the Asiana Triple has pushed back as well. So these are some of the ones we usually see in the morning. Thanks, Dave. Oh no! Got rid of Diet Dr. Pepper. That's a. I've never heard of someone boycotting an airline because of the soft drinks they do. That's a first for me, Jen. I've never heard that. I have boycotted restaurants because of the soft drinks. Take the weather down now. And we can put this back up. We'll see what's coming up in the next little bit. Whoa, we have an error. Uh-oh. AirNav decided to blow up. What does that say? An error occurred. Please try again. For persistent problems, contact us. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, we'll wait till that name goes away. We'll try it again. Nope. Okay, that blew up on me. No more AirNav radar today. We'll have to figure it out the old-fashioned way, looking at our phones. Ooh, we're almost at 200. Thanks, Alan. And this is also the perfect time of year for this spot for me with the sunshade. The sun, between when I get here and when I'm probably going to wrap it up, is fairly straight overhead. Not perfectly straight overhead, but straight overhead enough where my feet are in shade as well as my head. So that's good. It's the little things in life, I think, really. Can't be happy with the big things in life all the time, so just be happy with the little things in life. Diet Coke, oh no. But I will tell you, I'm a Coke guy myself. I've always been. I grew up in Texas, so I do have a love of Dr. Pepper as well. But I've always been a Coke guy, regular Coke. And Yeah, the Qantas is down at the end, so let's see if we can get a little closer shot of it. So the saddest thing is when you go into a restaurant and you ask for a Coke and they say, "Is Pepsi okay?" I'm like, "No, Pepsi's not okay." Then you gotta hope they have Dr. Pepper or root beer or something. Alright, this one going out is a Qantas 330. It's heading back to Sydney. It's Qantas flight 104. We'll have to see if this 330 has hands or not. I have a kind of a tiny screen here, but it looked like that kangaroo did have hands. I prefer my kangaroos to have hands. Ah, yes. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, Fast Eddie, I would. Is that why you divorced her? I didn't. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I apologize. Oh, your ex-father, ex-wife's. Okay, is that why? Okay, I'll make sure I read that correctly. Kelvin, I get root beer at Zippy's. I don't know. I never even asked what type of root beer they have. I just get root beer. If it's Pepsi, it's probably Bart's root beer, right? Is that the way it goes? I think. All right. I'm going to get a drink while we wait for Asiana. We'll be right back. It's not a frosty cold lemonade, but it is a frosty cold Gatorade. So I'll be right back. Having a little mid-show snack. It's not a Pop-Tart today though. It's a little late in the day for a Pop-Tart, so I'm doing just a regular little snack during the show. We'll be back to our Pop-Tarts next Saturday. Of course, this snack is probably less healthy than a Pop-Tart, so. The leftover from pizza from last night will probably be my lunch after the show. To be fair, the Pop-Tarts are my breakfast. This Rice Krispie treat is just a little bit of sugar to get me through the show. So there's Asiana, right there. You can see it behind the building. That is almost to the end of Juliet. It'll be departing in just a second. Oh, good. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, Queen lit up. That's the turn, that's the bank out of here and departure that the Honu usually takes. This morning, the Honu went way further south before making the turn west. I wonder if it was just because of traffic in the air. We'll see if the second one does it in about 15 minutes. So we should be getting the pushback of the second A380 about 15 minutes or so. We do have another Queen that is pushed back. That is in the cargo ramp. Let's see if we can see it from here. I think the last one we could. So let's see. tail, I think. Let's see. Tail right by the sailboat. To the left of the sign. There it is. There's the tail. So that is pushed back from the UPS ramp. That'll be heading down to the reef runway here in just a minute. Fast Eddie, I haven't heard anything more about that. For like the months leading up to when they officially announced the merger was going to happen, everybody was speculating and saying different things and all this stuff about it. But then as soon as the merger happened, everybody just stops talking. So I don't know if those are gonna, if everything's gonna go all the new Korean livery, or what's gonna happen. What I'm secretly hoping will happen, which probably will not happen, is I want them to combine the Korean and the Asiana flight into one flight and have it be an A380 painted in the new livery. That's what I want to happen. Do I think that'll happen? No, I don't think that'll happen. But that's what I want to happen. So if anybody in the upper management of Korean Air is listening to the show today, that's what you should do. That's my thing. It would save you landing fees over here. Save you landing fees over there. Be a win-win in my opinion. But then again, I'm just a plane spotter who wants to see more super heavies. So if you've ever wondered, hey, I wonder what Patrick puts on his Instagram channel. Gee, I wonder what mundane stuff he puts out on Facebook. Well, now's your chance to find out. You can head over to reverseops.com/findme, and you'll get links to all my social media accounts. The Facebook group, the Discord channel, and Instagram. Also, if you're a paying channel member, you can also get into the private Discord channel. It has a members only chat in there. But you can find all those links at reverseops.com/findme. There's also some ways in there to support the channel. PayPal, Instagram, things like that. Well, Brandon, you already follow me. Oh, the tail moved and I wasn't paying attention. Where'd it go? There it is. Well, those other tails over there, probably FedEx triples that it's passing behind.
Departure 1 Pop Foxtrot. 231, approximately 4 left, 4 right south. 231, cross 8 left at the tower and 4 left and 4 right at south of the
Oh, is that an MD-11 over there? Oh, it certainly is. There we go. We need that one to depart. When is that one going to depart? Yeah, look at that. Hell yeah. Let's see. Now I have to go back and check the flight departures and see when that one leaves. Of course, knowing FedEx, it's probably 9:30 tonight. Man, I don't see any FedEx departures for a long time. Yeah, all the way up to like 8 o'clock tonight. I don't see any FedEx departures. I do see a UPS MD-11 that's supposed to leave at 8:50 tonight. Ah, here it is, 9:16. How close was I? Look at that. Didn't I just say it would be 9 o'clock tonight? And then there's the Queen. Oh, the Asiana has lit up on the ramps. That's good news. Right on time. In fact, maybe a couple minutes early. Yeah, Calvin, it's not that I don't want to stream till 7. It's just so long. If I start at 6:45 in the morning and I don't stay till 2, that is a very long show. And I don't see how some of those other streamers do it. So like some of those streamers, they go for 10, 12 hours. I mean, like, holy cow. That is absolutely insane in my book. So if you're wondering what these little islands are, I know some of you might be wondering what these little, like the house we always see here in the shot here. And then there's another structure there. The island goes down this way and ends over here farther in the harbor. So that's part of an island. There's another one over here that used to have a structure on it. And then there's this one here, which still has several structures on it. We have a boat out there. That's pretty cool. Several looking like houses here. So this is a traditional Hawaiian fishing village. These have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. They've had them. There's only a few left. In fact, this one almost disappeared. If you see the other islands have signs on them that says keep out. There you go. It says keep out. And there's another one over here, keep out. It's because after the reef runway was built, the state took all that land as through eminent domain, claiming security risks and all that stuff. The people who had the island to our left that I showed you that still has the houses, occupied houses on it, they fought back, they sued, and eventually they won. So that's too far. So these houses, they have people who lived here. They sued, and eventually they won, and so they got their houses back. Yeah, specifically you, Brandon. Keep out. That's the Stitch livery. Hey, look at that. There's Stitch on the side, throwing the shaka. The next one is already on the roll. It's another 717. It's heading off to Lehue. There it is right there.
Pop-Tarts departure one. Center 73 heavy runway right to the top. Right to the left. 75 at Echo line and right traffic coming down to the traffic. Tower minus 12 ready squad to line departure. Patrolling the minus 12.
Alright, so the next one out is the Japan Air. It is heading off to Tokyo. It's a 7-year-old Dreamliner 9.
Good afternoon. Come on to 8 is at 1,900. Light base still on the 8 left Bucky northbound. 694 Honolulu Tower, back taxi runway 4 right to Delta. Delta for departure. 94 Roger at Delta, then turn right and runway 4 left at Delta. Come on to 8 Honolulu Tower, runway 3 left. Line 050 at 167 traffic 40 minutes. Runway 8 left, clear to land.
Yeah, Brandon, we're not doing a 24-hour show here. That'll, you like 24 hours and to get 5,000 views. That would not be a good use of my time. Alright, next one out here is a Delta. It's heading off to LA with the Extra X. We have several more heavies behind it. We have a Hawaiian Flight 16 heading to San Diego. And then we'll have the Super. And we have an American heading off to LA with the Extra X. And then the Korean Dreamliner 9 heading back to Seoul. This is the older livery today. And we're still waiting on that Queen to make it over there. Sending over to Hong Kong. If we're lucky and the cards shuffle the correct way, we might get a back-to-back Queen and King departure. We'll see how that goes. Hello, Perth Mark. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I heard a little birdie told me that the F-22s left this morning. Well, some of them did for Australia this morning. So I don't know if that's the exercise they're going to. I thought it was the other one, but I don't really know. So that is the Delta heading off to LA with the Extra X. So the next one is a 330 heading to San Diego. It is lined up and ready to go. That's it right there next to the blue sign. Paul, it's pronounced Iea. Fun fact, it's the only town in the United States that's all vowels. It doesn't have any consonants. Alright, next one is the Super. It's the orange Honu today. Alright, so the next one out is the Korean Air. Should be able to see that 747 coming out from behind the building. There it is. You can see the Korean and the 747 in this shot. The Korean is up by the parking lot. The UPS is up by the parking lot. The Korean's down at the end of the taxiway there. Hello, I like the Dodgers. How are you? I don't think, Paul, I don't think we're going to make it up as far as Hamburg. We're going to fly into Frankfurt and then go to Berlin. And then Berlin down to Munich. We're going to try to get to Innsbruck per a day. And then back to Frankfurt to depart. So the next one will be the Queen departing. Dill pickle popcorn, huh? Okay. Okay. Oh no, it's actually just turned on to... Oh, it turned the wrong way. Sorry, I thought it was next. Teach me not to look down at flight radar. Alaska is next, heading off to Ontario, California. I've seen some videos from that airport. I can see why it's easy to get distracted. which is one of the reasons we want to try to go there.
On your turn left, 8 left, hold short of 4 left at Delta, 837 heavy. Yeah, to Delta, 837 heavy, we're clear to 8 left and last over 4 left, confirm.
Next one out is Southwest heading off to San Jose. This one is the Imua 1. This is the Hawaii Southwest livery. So it will be next. In fact, it's on the roll right now. Imua means to go forth, go forward in Hawaiian. Oh, I didn't even know there was a Zeppelin museum in Frankfurt. I'll have to look that up. Thanks, Sundragon. Your good friend Greg, sorry, I know someone named Greg Rosenberg and it threw me off. Ben Rosenberg says, thanks for streaming. It sends in the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Glad you're here. Thank you very much again, Ben. I appreciate it. Oh, Zeppelin as in... Oh, wait. Zeppelin as in Led Zeppelin, or Zeppelin as in a flying airship dirigible? That's a big difference. Next one out is a Hawaiian 321. It's heading off to San Jose. Alright, next one out is the 747 UPS flight 38. It's heading off to Hong Kong. says new member there, but that is a misnomer because Trav N has been with us for a very long time. I don't know how many months exactly, but I know it's over 12 months. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being a member of the 321 mainland traveler level. I really appreciate it. My favorite 80s song is not what you would consider a traditional 80s song. It's an 80s song because it was released in the 80s. It's a song called Every Stranger's Eyes. It's off the album Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking by, you may have guessed it, Roger Waters. That is definitely 100% my favorite 80s song. I haven't seen Air Premia in, and I keep meaning to look up when they're going to start, but I keep reading articles saying they're going to start, and I haven't looked into it. They did fly here for a while. In fact, I caught their very first ever Hawaii arrival last year sometime. And then they stopped for a while, then they're coming back, so I don't exactly know. I don't know if we'll see them today. I didn't see them on the list. Ah, okay, good. Zeppelin Museum as an airship. Okay. That's the one I want to see. If it's a Zeppelin Museum about an airship, that's what I want to see. I am not a big Led Zeppelin fan, but I love flying airships, dirigibles, and such. Hello, Java LAX pup. Hope you're doing well. Oh, okay. They came in today at 2:30. Oh, 2:30 we'll see them. Okay. Thanks. Let's see. What time is it now? 1:35. So let's see. Let's see what's coming up between now and 2:35. So I know we still are waiting on things like Philippine and a couple more Americans. Departures. We still have the ANA as well. And there is a Queen at 2:30, 2:45. Oh, there it is. 2:20, heading off to Seoul. Yeah, we might be able to stay for that. So how far is that away? It's only 40 minutes. Yeah, we might be able to stay for that. It's weird, Jet Tip didn't show me that when I looked this morning. So thank you everyone for being here. I know it's a little bit of an odd time for us, but we come out here to the water to see the heavies and the super heavies depart overhead off the reef runway. So we've seen the heavies, we've seen the super heavies. We've got a couple more heavies to go, so we're going to be here for a little while longer, but thank you very much for being here with us. We have one thing I'd like to call out attention to. I know you're probably sick of hearing this, but we are going to Germany. And we are trying to cover some of those expenses with a Kickstarter campaign. It is a very expensive proposition, so we're trying to make sure we can afford to do it before we actually do it. So kind of pre-funding the thing. We're going to do shows from Frankfurt, Berlin, and Munich. The schedule right now is if we meet the basic goal, we're going to do a show from each city. If we hit the expanded show, the expanded stretch deadline, stretch goals, we're going to do 2 shows from each city. But first and foremost, we need to hit that base goal. So if you could head on over, you can make a donation as little as $1 or as much as you want. But check out that rewards tab, because at certain dollar levels, you do get a. If you click through that link, you do get a. Oh, Hawaiian! Why'd you do that so fast? Hawaiian was quicker than I thought. I thought it was holding at the end. I didn't hear the departure. But we have some stretch goals that'll get us 6 shows total. Plus we'll have a Kickstarter backers only show. So just people who backed via Kickstarter. Make sure you leave a good email address in there. So we'll do, and then we'll do some pop-up streams and things like that. Just some general overall fun. If you've seen my travel shows in the past, we're gonna do more stuff like that. Generally, it's a lot of fun, and I think this one will be even over the top more, because we got me not being able to speak German. So I'm going to drop a link to that Kickstarter in the chat. And if you could just head on over there and peruse it, it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to do all the shows in October. So still a couple months away. But, oh, look at this. Hello, Steve. Our good friend Steve Rogers, member of the 787 Hano Hano level, has come in with 20 gifted memberships. So thank you very much, Steve. That is a big help. So my screen's too small to see all 20, but thank you very much, Steve. That is tremendously generous of you. Not just that, but all the memberships you've given throughout the year. I really appreciate it. You really number one keeping this thing going. Thank you very much. So please, everyone, just join me in thanking Steve. I see some of you are already thanking him. Thank you very much, Steve. Yeah, there he goes. Thank you very much, Steve. Alright, so the next couple out here are a couple more heavies with one 717 thrown in the mix. The first one out is going to be heading off to Hilo. That's a 717, but behind it we have Philippine Airways heading off to Manila. That's a 330. And then we got another 76. We had a bunch of them early in the show heading off to Tokyo. That's Japan Airlines. And there's a bunch of stuff lit up over there in a cluster. I think I can't tell which ones of those have come in and which ones have got, but we'll have a couple heavies here in a minute. I think all the, not all the, some of the Sea-Doo people are still out. Is that a cruise ship out there? Might be a cruise ship. I can't tell from here. Might be the Star of Honolulu. That's a dinner cruise ship. You know, I've never done a jet ski before. In growing up in Texas, there's a lot of jet skis, but to me, the lakes in Texas they're no fun. It's just you go out there and it's 105 degrees and just super hot, and the water is warm, so it doesn't really cool you down. So I've never been a lake guy, but coming out to the ocean is pretty neat. I don't like the the getting there and the leaving. But being there is awesome. I'm beaten down by the packing everything up and dragging it out there, but being out by the beach is amazing. In fact, I owe Mrs. Reverse Ops a beach day very soon. She went to Hanama Bay this morning and let me sleep in, so after the stream last night, so kudos to her. Is Alan taking off? See you later, Alan. So let's see where that 717 is. Should be getting on the move here real soon. Oh, it's actually moving now. That's good. Good timing. Over. A little further, a little further, a little further. There we go. All right, thanks again, Steve. I hope you're doing well over there in Kona. Yeah, I'm not the paddleboarder in the family, O'Malley. Mrs. Reverse Ops is definitely the paddleboarder in the family. She's really good at it. Duh. She is way more adventurous than I am. She is a go-getter. I'm a go-sitter. I will go somewhere and sit, watch. She wants to do everything. That 7.6 we talked about is now moving. That's the Japan airline. The next one out will be another 717. It's currently waiting for something to come in on the crossing runway, probably a Transair. We'll wait for that. Yeah. My paddleboard is the dock. I could stand on one of the really wide paddleboards. The ones that Mrs. Reverse Ops uses, they're a little narrower than my balance can handle. But I have a really good balance on land, like climbing on stuff and hiking and going down and up cliffs and stuff. I'm really good at that. It's just when what you're standing on is also moving, that's where I get a little fall overy. I become a fall risk, as they say. So but on the big paddle boards that you rent in Waikiki, I could stand on those pretty good. But the ones Mrs. Reverse Ops uses are much narrower and longer. She has like a 12 foot, 14 foot. She has a 14-foot long paddleboard. It's crazy. Hooey. Oh, wow. You want to get me one of those? Yeah. Apparently, Mrs. Reverse Ops wants one of those inflatable chair things, and now she wants to go jet skiing too. So. Alright, so the next one out is a Hawaiian Heavy. It's a 330. It's heading off to SFO. We have several Hawaiian 330s headed this direction. I'm sure you can find them in Japan, Brandon. Let me know what odd flavors they have. If they have any odd flavors in Japan. Legalized hemp. I think one day we're gonna have to try that. I'd like to try that one day. So this is the Honolulu Harbor right behind us. So Honolulu Harbor is on the inside of Sand Island if you're looking at a map. So in there's all the piers for cargo ships and passenger ships and cruise ships. There's also a Coast Guard station in there. That is what's right behind us. can't really see that much from here. There's a lot of this stuff is being blocked by all the cranes and stuff. That's downtown Honolulu over there. Kind of the financial district and stuff. Next one out's the Southwest. It's heading off to Maui. Faster than I thought it was. After that, we have another Hawaiian heading off to Kailua Kona. Then we'll have another Hawaiian heading off to Seattle. Hawaiian Flight 22. It's a 3:30. That'll be nice and loud. We're not technically, Cheryl, we're not technically on Sand Island. So let's see if we can flip this camera around. So in this shot here, let me pull up this shot here. You can see there's a bridge there. So this bridge is the bridge over to Sand Island. So we're the last little bit before you get to Sand Island. Holy cow, where did that come from? Sorry, I didn't even hear this one on the radio. Snuck up on me. I didn't see it on the app, but I didn't hear it on the radio. Of course, 10 of you probably told me about it in the chat, and I just missed it. Alright, so 717's out next. Oh, see, there you go. Mark was way ahead of me. I should have been listening to Mark. Sorry about that. At least we caught it a little bit in the air. Wind is starting to really pick up. Earlier it was just a nice gentle breeze. Now we're getting some really strong gusts. I would imagine it's probably at least 20 mile an hour gusts. And you can see in the water here, you can see, I don't know if you can see that on the screen, the water is really rippling now from the water, from the just the wind. So we got one more Hawaiian that's waiting to go. I don't think it's moving yet, so I'll go back to this camera just for a second. So that's the bridge over to Sand Island, and then Sand Island starts right over here. There is another boat harbor just to the, not a boat harbor, it's a boat launch right in the front of that picture. But as you can see with all the tents and stuff, it's very popular with canoers and just people in general because there's a little bit of a beach there. So it's a lot more crowded. That's why I don't go there. The chat knows all. Yeah, always trust the chat. There's another live stream that I'll remain nameless that says trust the host. Well, not on this channel. Trust the chat on this channel. Thanks, Mark. Looking forward to it. It's not till yes, Sunday. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Still got a couple months before Germany, but we're looking forward to it. What I'm really looking forward to is flying the A340. We're from Los Angeles to Frankfurt. We're going to be on an A340-300. I'm kind of nervous though because I checked just when we were planning what dates we're going to fly. I started checking dates further out, and if you go about a week after we're going, those 340 flights stop. They don't have that 340 flight anymore, so I'm wondering if they're going to pull the 340 from LA at the end of October. So hopefully it's still there when we're there and they don't switch equipment on us. Next one out's a Hawaiian 321 heading off to Portland with the Extra X. The gallows. Alright, so that 321 is on the move. Somewhere, there it is. Alright, the third ANA is lit up and on its way down here. That's that Dreamliner. Today it's the base livery Dreamliner. It's got a couple of Hawaiians in front of it and then an American, that one heading off to LA with the Extra X. That's a 321. The next one that is rolling is that Portland one. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. That was the Portland one. This is heading off to Tokyo and Haneda. This is another 330, so this should be nice and loud. Hope you can hear it over the wind. The wind's got really bad. All right, we'll see you later, Kelvin. Take care of yourself. Ah. Oh, I see. Hello. Hello, Mark. I see. Hope you guys are doing well. I miss Roger touring because I don't get to see you as much when he's not touring. That's a shame. So hope you're doing well. Hope Mrs. Gonzo is doing well. I'll make sure I'll pass that along. Alright, so the American is next. I think we're gonna hang out for the Air Premio, which I think was at 220, correct? I think we're gonna hang out for that, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, Mark, if you break it down, I think I'm more of a Boeing fan as well, but something about the 340 I've really always liked. It's so long and sleek looking with the old school looking 4 engines. I just think it looks fabulous. But I'll take a 747 or a over it, but so we're going to take a 747 back. So we're going to do a 340 on the way over and then the 747-8 on the way back. If you're still in the chat, Mark, we're going to have one of your old friends out here for an air show. They just announced last week we're having they announced it a while ago that we're having the Blue Angels out here at K-Bay in Kaneohe. That's the Marine base on the other side of the island. So they're having the Blue Angels out there with the F-22 demo team and a bunch of the other stuff, but they just announced last week that they're going to do a B-52 flyover during the show. So I'm super excited about that. So hopefully, I would assume the B-52, since they call it a flyover, is most likely going to be here at Hickam. So I'm looking forward. I'm going to stake that out the day or two before and hopefully get a nice shot of it landing and leaving. But I'm looking forward to that a lot. So I've only seen the B-52 out here once before. That would be interesting, Brad. Would you volunteer to be riding the bomb? What was his name? What was the guy's name who wrote the bomb? Something wacky. I don't remember. It's been a long time. Alright, so the Hawaiian on the runway just got its clearance. It's the Dreamliner. It's heading off to LAX. It's Hawaiian Flight 2. This will eventually move to Seattle. We're going to take this away from us. Take this airplane away from us. Oop, showing you nothing. That's not good. It is right there. Slim Pickens, maybe? Is that his name? God, it's been a while. So the next one out is the third ANA of the day. This one, unfortunately, is not an A380. This is a Dreamliner. It's heading back to the other side of Tokyo. Slim Pickens, I was right. Look at that. 33 hours. Jeez. Hello, Robbie. Good to see you. Horse stew. Nay, nay. Oh. Me and Legali Shemp had the same joke. The next one's the 717 heading off to Lehue. So the two planes we're waiting for are both lit up, Air Premia and the Queen, the UPS Queen. Air Premia still up by the terminal. It's heading back to Seoul. And then the Queen is heading off to Ontario, California. So they should both be out here in just a few minutes. There's also United heading off to Guam. That's a big 777-300, so that'll be out here as well. Hello, OSU WSP. Good to see you. So I want to thank everyone today. It looks like we have 4 new backers today. Thank you very much. We are up to 74% of our goal. That's tremendous. Thank you very much. In case you weren't here earlier, we're heading off to Germany to do some plane spotting, and I'm asking for your help and support to make it possible. So we're having it over on Kickstarter. The link to the Kickstarter is the pinned comment at the top of the chat. So there's some rewards for donating certain dollar amounts, but you can donate anything from $1 up to your heart's content. Click on the rewards tabs to see all the rewards for certain dollar amounts, but it's kind of like PBS, you know, you help a little and then you get a little reward for helping out. So we are going to have a backers only stream while we're over there. So anybody who donates on the Kickstarter will be invited to the backers only stream. So check that out. The link is pinned at the top of the chat window. Thank you very much. And thanks to those who supported today and in the past. I really appreciate it. Okay, we are currently monitoring the 2 planes. They look like they're moving now. There's a couple of heavies in front of them that I think they're going to sneak over here in front of them. We have a but right now we have a 717 heading off to Maui. That is the next departure. Oh, is it the same 2 boats? No, not the same 2 boats. So the 717 is on the roll, so we'll flip over here and get that. Next one down here is going to be a Vegas bound. This is Hawaiian Flight 18. It's another 330. It'll be going out in about a minute. Thank you, Sydney. Alright, so the Hawaiian is almost down to the end of the runway. Air Premia is still sitting exactly where it was. So is the Queen. Like, they're just pausing for dramatic effect up there. Ah, Air Premia is starting to move, and the Queen has started to move. So we're in business here. Unfortunately, I will not be going to Oshkosh this year. That seems like a great time. It's just I haven't figured out a way to make it happen. One of these days. One of these days. There's so much stuff to do, though. There's so many places to go. It's hard to get them all down. So the next plane out will be a Hawaiian. It is actually already on the roll. There it is. The last two planes of the show are going to be the UPS Queen and the Air Premia. Those are both taxiing right now, so it's got a little bit left in the show. So I wanted to remind you that we have a couple shows coming up next week, or I think we're back to our Tuesday, Thursday, regular Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule. I don't think I have anything that screws that up. 8, wow, you must really like it. Ah, hello, Gail. This is turning out to be my favorite place. It's so relaxing, not a high pressure stream. It's just fun. Hanging out, chatting, watching the waves, watching the planes make huge steep banks out of here, which is awesome. No, unfortunately, I can't smell the jet fuel from here, but there's giant Jet A tanks right behind me. Yeah. Thanks. United is next. United's heading off to Guam. It says 777-300. It is on the roll now. Thanks. Next one out will be a Hawaiian 717 heading off to Maui, Kahului. Yeah, Jobber, we still go. We're not going to give up that place entirely. We'll still go. We'll still do that location. Just mix it up a little bit. What's going on? Somebody in that house. I've never seen anybody in that house. I thought it was completely forbidden. Yeah, there's someone in there. Look, I see him in the window. I thought it was completely forbidden. Well, see what I know. Oh well, we're not here to rat people out. We're here to look at airplanes. So there's a Queen. It's about to turn onto Romeo. So it's going to turn its back to us for a second. And then here's that 717. We got a Paddler Girl 101 in the house. So Air Premia is next. In fact, it's on the roll already, so we're gonna take it right here. This is Air Premia heading back to Seoul. Alright, so the Queen is now third for departure. It's got a Hawaiian and a Southwest in front of it. Alright, we'll take care. We'll see you later. The Hawaiian is heading off to Boston. So this here is the longest, this is starting the longest domestic flight in the United States. This Southwest is heading off to San Diego. And then you can see the Queen down there. The tail of it anyway. That'll be the next departure. So the Queen is lined up over there. I said a minute ago it's heading off to Ontario. It's already on the move. That's wasting no time. Well, thanks everybody. It's been a lot of fun today. Saw some unique views of the departing heavies and super heavies. Saw a couple of C-17s and a bunch of jet skis. So can't get much better than that. So we'll be back Tuesday from 8 left. Catch some arrivals of the same flights we saw today leaving. And we'll be back Thursday as well. And then our normal Saturday morning show next week. So we got a lot of stuff planned next week. We'll see you all then. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. I hope we'll see you soon. And we're gonna play a little thank you message to our members. Thank you very much. Good seeing you, Ron. Take care. You too, Fast Eddie. I need to figure out how Walt does the scroll at the bottom. I need to do that. I'd also like to thank my Reverse Ops mods: Kirsten, Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Sydney, Brad, Josh, O'Malley, Jane, Alan, and Firetruck. And a special shout out to Mrs. Reverse Ops. So thank you very much, everyone. It's been a great couple of hours. I had a good time. I hope you did too. Have a great rest of your weekend. Stay happy. I love this hair today. Oh, need a haircut. We'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hope you get to relax a little. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Take care of each other. Aloha, everyone.